What's happening, everybody? Hello and welcome back to Total Blast, where we discuss about everything Marvel and the MCU. In She-Hulk episode 3, we saw Abomination released from prison with the help of Jennifer. He somehow convinced everyone that he was a changed man, and he even has control how he changes to Abomination. Quite frankly, a lot of people will argue with me that he's a changed man, but I don't completely believe it. Today, we'll be talking about Emil Blonsky and his schemes, and why I think there are possible chances that he will still turn to Abomination. Was his release from prison a costly mistake? I guess we will find out. If this is your first time, please subscribe and enable the post notification bell so you don't miss out on subsequent videos. Now, a lot of people will argue that Emil Blonsky is a totally changed man, with zero desire to relive what happened in 2008 in Harlem. I mean, can that be even true? Do we really think that Supermax prison was enough to change Abomination and his evil nature? If you remember, when John spoke to Abomination about his destructive rampage in Harlem, which was very much against government orders, he argues that the super soldier serum given to him by Thaddeus Thunderbolt Ross made him Hulk out, but that's not exactly true. Way back when Emil Blonsky was a highly decorated soldier, he talked about being a fighter. He said he was a fighter and he will be one for a very long time. So, apart from his super soldier serum, Blonsky was a fighter who wanted to be seen and recognized. Now, let's cast our minds back to when Dr. Abraham Erskine developed the serum, and before he gave Steve Rogers, Captain America, which is the first Avenger, he explained to him that the super soldier serum amplifies people's intention, whether good or bad, and that it was chosen because he had a good heart. Now, this is exactly what happened to Blonsky. Who he is was amplified to a dangerous abomination, and it wasn't necessarily because of the super soldier serum given to him. Again, remember Blonsky volunteered to more serum after his first fight with the Hulk, and he was utterly defeated. He craved power and went for more, so his actions weren't just pushed by the super soldier serum. When Jen spoke to Blonsky about his actions, notice he was jealous of the fact that Bruce was held up as a hero, but he was in Supermax prison. Now, I don't believe that he's completely over the fight and he has forgiven Bruce. Blonsky is quite a cunning man, and you can see that in his dealings with both Jennifer Walters and even the parole board. Also, Blonsky in his conversation with Jen refuses to differentiate between Hulk and Bruce, and this tells me that he still sometimes sees Bruce as the monster Hulk. I'm reminded of a short Abomination comic arc from the early 2000s, The Incredible Hulk Volume 2, Issue 24 and 25. We find Abomination retired from villainy and is teaching a creative writing class. Apparently, he is very loved by numerous students, but the moment he saw an opportunity to battle the Hulk, he abandons his LT outlet and newfound career just to make another attempt at settling the score between them. If he is still very vengeful, then I'm sure that he isn't completely changed. Blonsky was released on the conditions that he won't turn into Abomination indefinitely. Now, if you didn't notice, while still in prison in front of the parole board, he turned to Abomination to prove to them that he has control. This simply means that there's absolutely nothing stopping him from turning to Abomination whenever he wants to. In my opinion, Blonsky has a lot of reasons to turn into Abomination. First, he still has to settle the score between himself and Bruce. I mean, you can't be so sure if he has completely forgotten over their fight. Second, if you notice, he blames the government for everything that happened. They gave him the super serum to fight Bruce and later incarcerated him and celebrated Bruce. If you remember when he said he thought he was going to be Captain America, so he very much felt used. He could decide to go after the government for revenge. Also, Blonsky was formerly a decorated soldier, and what happens to the years that he lost in prison? This, I think, might fuel his revenge and anger for more. Another important thing to note is that the public doesn't really like Blonsky, and they are not even secretive about it. We saw this in the media in She-Hulk episode 3. The public weren't really happy about his release from prison. Now, the big question is this: how will Blonsky react to public scrutiny and embarrassment? Will he still hold it together, or will the raging Abomination come out? Again, Blonsky's 7 soulmates could be another big drama cooking on its own. All 7 of them were present at his release hearing. Now, if you remember, Blonsky mentioned that he met his 7 soulmates through the prison pen pal program. So, I believe that these could be the mysterious misfits of the society that She-Hulk has been talking about. Now, if they were in the same program, they are probably people with superpowers and not just regular humans. These 7 soulmates volunteered to fund this program and even got him properties, which is quite sketchy. Because what kind of relationship do they have? Or is it just a secret scheme to get out of prison and take revenge? One could argue that if he wanted to leave prison, he would have done so with Wong. But if Blonsky had fled prison with Wong, he would have probably been haunted, and also, Wong wouldn't allow him hurt people. So he needed to earn the trust of the parole board and to be released legally from prison while he posed his revenge. Personally, I think Blonsky isn't being truthful about him changing, and his release from prison was a mistake. He may not be the main villain in She-Hulk. I mean, the Wrecking Crew was just introduced in episode 3 of She-Hulk. They also made mention of their boss. Who could this boss be? And I think we haven't seen the last of Emil Blonsky. What are your thoughts on Emil Blonsky's release from prison? Do you think he's a really changed person, or does he have a hidden agenda for revenge? Please, don't forget to like this video and share your thoughts and opinions in the comment section below. Subscribe and turn on your post notifications so you don't miss out on any of our latest Marvel news. Thank you so much for watching, and as always, I hope to see you in the next one.